This is Lucas Palmeira from Imaginando, and I'm here for another tutorial on DRC. For today's tutorial, we have something really special for me, since this is probably one of the projects that was of most influence in my life relating to electronic music. I was lucky enough that when I was about 13 years of age, my big brother bought me the record in which this song is on, which is the album called Frequencies from the band LFO, composed by Mark Bell and Jez Varley. It's an awesome project, you should check it out. This record is from 1991, and it's so ahead of its time that it's kind of crazy. So let's get right into it. The song that we're gonna do, it's also called LFO. Okay, so we got 7 sounds to do, and the first one are these strings. Which are actually triple stacked, but I'll explain that in a second. So first I'm gonna turn off this equalizer and the reverb and bring back the default patch. So first thing I'm going to do is go to the second oscillator and detune it to 128. Sorry, first raise volume to maximum and now detune. Okay. Sub-oscillator, raise 1 octave and then raise the volume to 484. Ring modulator at 931. Okay, and now drop the pre-gain to 460. Okay. Now we go to the filter and raise the resonance to 146. And now we go to the first envelope generator that controls the amplitude, and we raise the attack to 210. Release to 504. And we don't need to change the second envelope generator. We now go to the reverb and raise the reverb amount to 343. Decay to 669. Nice, it was there. And modulation to 432. Okay, we got our sound. So now what we need to do is turn on the ballad reverb. And then this equalizer, which has a high-pass filter at 212 Hertz, and then a high shelf at 4.26 kilohertz with 8 dBs boost. Okay? Basically, this second layer is I can delete this and just simply duplicate the channel and go to DRC on this one. And on oscillator 2, instead of being 132, it was actually 128, we change it to -88. And it's done. Just leave it at that. And now we go to the third string, which sounds like this. Really low. Okay? Default patch. First thing we're going to do is raise second oscillator to maximum, drop 2 octaves on the second oscillator, and now go to the envelope generator 2 amount and raise it to 568. This envelope generator 2 amount is the amount of modulation that this envelope generator induces on the cutoff filter in time. So now I drop the cutoff filter to 270. And the resonance to 0. First envelope generator, attack 154. Decay at maximum. Sustain at maximum. release of 436. On the second envelope generator, everything is default. So we got our strings low ready. But if you want to hear the result of the 3 strings stacked, is this one. Okay? Quite lush. So now let's go to the bass. Bring back the default patch. Okay, and now we go to oscillator 1 and change it to a square. Pre-gain at 850. Okay. And now we go to the filter, envelope generator 2 amount at 327. And then we're going to drop the cutoff filter to 0. Resonance 392. And now we go to the VCA and drop velocity to 378. This means the higher the velocity, the lower the volume. Okay? For the first envelope generator, just change the release to 198. Second envelope generator, we want 0415. Sustain 572. Release 283. Okay, now we go to the delay, take the flutter off, turn sync on, it's on 1/8, that's what we want, and raise the amount to 226. And now some reverb. Raise the reverb amount to 162. Reverb modulation 250. Decay of 300. And we got our bass. Okay? Now let's do the high lead. Okay? Turn off this equalizer. And bring back the default patch. First thing, go to the second oscillator, raise volume to maximum, drop volume from oscillator 1 to 0, drop 1 octave, change it to a square, detune it to 300. Now we go to the performance mode, change the mode from poly to mono, turn legato on, and raise the portamento time to 36 milliseconds. Okay? Now, for the first envelope generator, we want to drop it to 57. But before that, we should probably go to the filter and change the cutoff to 518. And the resonance to 154. And change the mode of the filter from a low pass 4-pole to a low pass 2-pole. Okay? Now we go to the reverb, raise the amount to 275. Decay of 649. damping of 846, and a modulation of 436. Nice. And now we can actually turn on this equalizer, which is a high-pass filter at 726 Hertz and a high shelf of 9.5 dBs at 4.54 kilohertz. Okay. Now for this sub, turning off delay modulator, saturator, and equalizer. Now let's bring back the default patch. Okay, and first thing that we're going to do is raise the second oscillator to maximum, change it to a sine wave, drop first oscillator. Now for the filter, 327 on the envelope generator 2 amount, drop the cutoff to 0. First envelope generator decay and sustain at maximum, release 162. Second envelope generator decay and sustain at maximum, release at 395. And finally, for some chorus, turn the chorus on, drop the rate to 162. And the depth to 468. Okay. Now we can turn on our equalizer, which has a dip of 8.31 dBs at around 290 Hertz, so it's a bell cut. Then we got this saturator of 0.57 dBs. And finally, our delay modulator with 520 time, 0 feedback, 413 of depth, and 0.73 rate full wet. Okay? Now we go to the final sound, which is this zap. I'm going to drop this equalizer for now and bring back the default patch. And first thing I'm going to do is drop 1 octave on the first oscillator and change it to a sine. Raise the second oscillator to maximum and drop 1 octave and change it to a sine. And now we go to the pitch modulation page, turn on this oscillator 2. We just want the first oscillator to be modulated by the envelope generator 2. So we raise the range to 8, which is maximum, and then to 724. Okay. Now, envelope generator 2 amount at maximum, drop the cutoff to 524, resonance 186, and now for the first envelope generator, sustain at 0, 355 decay, release of 315, second envelope generator, 0 sustain, a decay of 126. And a release of 100. And we got our zap. I'm going to turn on this equalizer, which has a high-pass filter at 84.8 Hertz and a high shelf of 6.32 dBs at 2.30 kilohertz. Okay, so we got everything ready now. So bear with me just a second while I get this ready for us to listen to. Okay, it's ready. So we can now listen. And that was it, guys. And that was it, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. It was really fun to make. I really love this record and this song, like I told you before. And I hope that you did too. If you like this content, please remember that it's really nice for us if you give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming up every week, so be sure to check that out. I will now say goodbye.